right, Shalom. Call Layim Yahweh Bahashim Yahawashi Bahashim Rakak Dash, which is the Paleo Hebrew for the one true name of the Heavenly Father, whom the world ignorantly calls God, which is simply a title meaning power. His one true name being Yahweh, and that of the Messiah, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus, though the letter J wasn't even derived until the 16th century, being Yahawashi. And there's no other name given among men whereby ye must be saved, man. Pursuant to Acts 4 and 12. I'd like to give double honors unto the elders and the apostles at GM Esger at Millstone, and a sincere peace, love, blessing, salutations unto all those of you hopeful, faithful, potential members of the elect out there doing the best to make the calling of your election sure. Lord willing, this be edifying. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and just get right into it, man. This is the book of Matthew, the 25th chapter. Alright, known as the parable of the hidden talents. And, just started off at verse 14. It says, "For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country, who called his servants and delivered unto them his goods." All right, so you got to keep track of this analogy that's being used, man. All right, the man called his servants, gave him his goods, and he's basically going to go do some things and come back, right? Verse 15, it says, "And unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, to every man according to his several ability." Right? And that's likened unto us who have been called. When you receive this calling, man, all right, a good precept for it, actually, especially coming out of the Day of Atonement, would be book of Hebrews, chapter 9, and verse 15. It says, "And for this cause he is the mediator of the New Testament, that by the means of death for the redemption of the transgressions that were under the first testament," who were the Israelites, right, who were under the first testament and who had transgressed and who needed redemption. Slaki, it says, "They which are called might receive the promise of eternal inheritance." So they which are called, this calling is went out, might receive that promise, man. Might receive it. You see? So let's go ahead and jump back now. Verse 15, it says, "And unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, to every man according to his several ability." Right, so according to what every man was able to handle, right, that's what he gave him, man. Right, so this calling went out, and each individual was given a role within this truth, man. All right, the scriptures describe us as a body, man, the body of Yahawashi, right, the temple of the Lord, made up of different stones and different parts, man. All right, so we're basically one. We're basically one, man. All right, just like the scriptures say, right? Ye are one. There's one. There's one body, one spirit, right? One Father, one Son. Basically, even though we're all different beings, we are all the same. We're all brought together through Yahweh B'Hashem Yahawashi, through this truth, man. All right, through this calling. But again, what did it say? We might receive that promise pursuant to Hebrews, the 9th chapter. And here in Matthew 25, right, it says you've been given what you can according to your several ability, man. All right, so hey, we've got a job to do now that we've received this calling, man. Going on, it says, "To every man according to his own several ability, and straightway took his journey." Right, so then he left, man, and then he left us to it. That's likened unto this grace period. We're called during this grace period, given given some wisdom. In this analogy, it would be riches, right? Which the scriptures tell us that wisdom is better than riches. You see? But going on, it says, verse 16, "Then he that had received the 5 talents went and traded with the same and made them another 5 talents. Right, so he went and did what he was supposed to do, man, during this grace period. You've been given a grace period, right? That time that the master has left, so to speak, so that you could get yourself together, man. All right, it's not so you could exercise wickedness, it's so you could build up your faith, man. That's why we've been given these given this grace. Go grab a quick precept, man. This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 3, and verse 9. It says, "For we are laborers together with God. Ye are God's husbandry, ye are God's building." What did I say earlier, man? Right, a temple. All right, well, here it's calling us a building. Going on, it says, "According to the grace of God, which is given unto me as a wise master builder." So the Heavenly Father gave grace, and in this case for Paul, right, that grace that he was given was for him to be a wise master builder. That was his portion, man. That was his talent that he was given. You see, we've all been given a talent, man. And as you develop a relationship with the Most High, hey, that talent is going to really come into fruition before your eyes, man. It says, "According to the grace of God, which is given unto me as a wise master builder, I have laid the foundation." Right, so he's laid the foundation, man. That's why he'd be likened unto a wise master builder, because it's foundation work. Foundation is the chief piece. It's like the chief piece of the building, in which the entire building is constructed upon, man. So if this foundation is improperly built, then the entire building is going to collapse. You see? So going on, it says, "I have laid the foundation, and another buildeth thereon. But let every man," forgive me for the interruption, right, "but let every man take heed how he buildeth thereupon." Right, so we've all been made to build upon this foundation, man. And why was it the foundation that Paul was touching, mind you? Because, right, wasn't he the one to bear the news to the Gentiles, man, to bear the gospel to the Gentiles? That's why he caught so much hell. That's right, you see. So if that gospel was spread to the Gentiles, right, and Yahushua came to bring forgiveness to Israel, who have been scattered among the Gentiles, and at that time, mind you, those Israelites that were among the Gentiles were not accepted among the Israelites at that time, man. All right, that's why you had so much animosity going on. All right, but again, the point, so if Yahushua, right, technically Yahushua is that foundation, man. All right, that this temple was able to be constructed upon, because now, hey, forgiveness has been given to all Israel. So the 144,000 could be built up and basically build this temple, man. Right? Without that foundation of Yahushua, there would be no forgiveness for those of us Israelites who have been scattered among the heathen, which at this point would be all of us. Right? I don't know one 100% Israelite anywhere in the flesh, man. We've all been scattered. We've all been enslaved. We've all suffered these curses. Otherwise, you wouldn't be an Israelite, man. It's really just that easy. 2 + 2 = 4. Verses 11, it says, "For another foundation can no man lay than that which is laid, which is Yahushua HaMashiach." So you see, Yahushua is that foundation, as we just broke down. Verse 12, it says, "Now if any man buildeth upon this foundation, gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, stubble, every man's work shall be made manifest." So just because you're building upon this temple, man, does not mean you are delivered, does not mean you are saved. Right, at the end of the day, every man's work is going to be made manifest. That word manifest meaning known. So he's going to make your work known before the world, man. It says, "Of the day, for that day shall declare it." That's how he ain't going to come out here and just announce on a megaphone, right? No, he's going to have that day declare or separate the boys from the men, so to speak, man. Just like the book of, St. Ezra's, the 16th chapter tells us, man. All right, all that hell, Then in that day you shall know who were his saints, man. That's when bodies are about to hit the floor, man. As the scriptures say, man, it said a man fleeth from a lion and meets a bear, and then a snake bites him, man. Murphy's Law, anything that can go wrong will go wrong if you don't have Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua in your corner, right? People think now it's just some random ass thing that takes place to kill somebody. Hey, well, we know, just like the book of 1 Corinthians 15th chapter says, man, it's the sting of death is sin. You may have thought of it was a bee, but it was sin that killed your ass. The bee was just the instrument the Heavenly Father created to do the dirty work, man. In this analogy, right? So, hey, at the end of the day, man, hey, we've been given the proper setup, so to speak, here. All right, but we just have to abide in that grace. We have to continue, man. We have to continue to build. All right, because continuing, right? It says, because it shall be revealed by fire, and the fire shall try every man's work what sort it is. So we all have to be tried still, man. You might have built this beautiful temple or building or what have you, but it has not been tried. You know, here and there in this grace period, right, which has built you up to the point that, you know, you've strengthened these walls, right? You may have started with that the three little pigs, man. You may have started with some wood and hay, but now, hey, you got that thing built up. You see, but let's go ahead and continue. It says, if any man's work shall abide, which he hath built thereupon, he shall receive a reward. So there you go, man. That day is coming. All right, that reward is coming. All right, we've been called, but we got to continue to build. And again, that's according to your several ability, man. That's how easy the Heavenly Father made it, right? Scriptures also tell us that He will not give you more than you could handle, man. He knows exactly the level of everything you could take, man. The depth of this wisdom, right? The burdens you could take within it, the sacrifices you can make within it. He knows what you can't do within it, man. He knows the sacrifices you can't make, the temptations you can't take. You see? So at the end of the day, man, we just gotta have faith, because we're dealing with the power that, hey, knows your inner mind, man. Knows more about you than you know, man. Which means he could poke at you in ways that you can't even begin to wrap your mind around, man. Right? He killeth and maketh alive. But anyway, going on. Matthew chapter 25. And where were we? Verse 21. It says, his Lord said unto him, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee a ruler over many things. Hey, and that's just 5 talents, man. He said, I'm gonna make you a ruler over many things, man. Just for that 5 talents. So again, according to your several ability, man, that may be 1 talent, but that's between you and the Most High, man. All right, and Jake, we just got to be honest with ourselves, man. You got to address your demons. You got to look in the mirror. We're bullshitters, man. We be bullshitting ourselves half the time. All right, so you just need to be honest, man. You know how much you know if you could do more or if you could do less. Going on, it says, verse 23, or forgive me, verse 22, it says, he also had received 2 talents, and came and said, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 2 talents. Behold, I have gained 2 other talents besides them. So this guy only received the 2 talents. It was a little bit less. And this guy put in some work and got 4 talents, man. So he had more than he started with. Going on, it says, behold, or forgive me, verse 23, His Lord said unto him, Well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of the Lord. Then he which had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew thee that thou art an hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown, and gathering where thou hast not strawed. And I was afraid, and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there thou hast that is thine. His Lord answered and said unto him, Thou wicked and slothful, right? Slothful being a lazy man, slow. That's another thing, man, that we be doing. We be getting slothful, man. Procrastination, right? Even among Issachar, being the donkey, man. Like in that song, Mexican Americans don't like to wake up early, but they have to, so they do it real slow, man. Ain't nobody likes doing that, man. But hey, it is part of that tribe's role to be that donkey. Just like we all have a role, and those and hey, as we've been called within this truth, we have a role within the truth, man. All right, everybody has their role to play on the planet Earth, man. And as King David said, I'd be glad to be a door holder for thy courts, man. One day in thy courts is better than 1,000 among the wicked, man. So hey, just be happy to be part of this building, man. Be happy to be part of this engine, of this body, man, which has many members, from the toenail up to the brain, man. All right, but it says, verse 27, it says, Thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, and then at my coming I should have received mine with usury. So this guy took the truth and basically set on it, man. Verse 28, it says, Take therefore the talent from him, and give it unto him which hath 10 talents. For unto every one that hath it shall be given. So the Heavenly Father is gonna greatly reward his faithful servants, man. Right? The scriptures say that you can't even begin to fathom what you're gonna receive, man. And why is that? Because you had faith to basically, hey, give up anything on this side, man. You see, that's the difference between us and the world, man. We make changes for the Lord, whereas the world expects the Lord to change for them. Well, let's see, going on. It says, verse 30. It says, And cast ye, we're finishing off verse 29. But from him which hath not, it shall be taken away. Hey, the Heavenly Father diminish you down, man. Take what was yours and give it to the brother next to you, man. And the Heavenly Father is poetic with it, man. Verse 30, it says, hey, he knows your heart, right? He knows your mind. And cast ye the unprofitable servant into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Then the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him. Then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory, and before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divideth the sheep from the goats. Hey, so there you go, man. We've all been given a talent. Those of us who have been called, those of us who have received this calling, have received the talent, man. Now the question is, are you going to invest it, man? And if so, how much are you going to invest? And again, it's according to your several ability, man. That's how easy the Heavenly Father made it. He ain't saying, hey, you all got to hit, I want, like Esau would have came in, I want 12 shekels of interest at my return. No, man, the Heavenly Father said, hey, I give you one, you give me one back. I might give this brother 5, he's going to give me 5 back. I might give this brother 50. And again, that's why we're a body, man. So with that said, Lord willing is edifying. Call Halayim Laya, Halbashim Yahushua, Hashem Rakak Dash, double honors unto the elders and the apostles at GMS Great Millstone, and a sincere peace, love, blessing, salutations unto all those of you hopeful, faithful, potential members of the elect. Lord willing is edifying. Until next time, this is Brother Gar. Shalom and a Baba Ball.